Hey, what's up, internet? Um, so yeah, I've got a few questions. I did a Q&A yesterday. I told you guys to do a video, so here it goes. This is Heather's question. What's your guilty pleasure snack that you just can't live without? Um, I don't think there's like one particular thing. I think, everybody has several things. Lately I've been on Fiber One bars, but believe me, you do not want to abuse the power of the Fiber One bar. Devette Baker, you have a question, but you didn't ask it. I don't understand that. Lovely Lisa Lou, you called me a dork, which I'm not a dork, but I will take it as a compliment. I think what you meant to call me was a geek. Um, KJ Homan, what did you do to fight the pressure to stay on track while dieting? Fight the pressure to stay on track? Well, I don't think I would fight pressure to stay on track. Fight the pressure to fall off track, maybe. It's one of those things where everybody's going to slip a little bit. Don't expect to be perfect, dude. Nobody is, and you're not going to be perfect at this. I think the most important thing is to realize exactly the gravity of the situation that you're in. What it is you are fighting for, and once you really get a grip on the things you've missed out on, whether you realize it or not, eventually you'll get around to it. It becomes a lot easier. Mike Gorman. KJ's question is great. My question is there anything you miss about your old life? I don't. It's kind of still the same life. My old life was a little different, I guess. But I don't know what you're referencing, whether it be the weight or being the fact that I was on TV one time. Let me see. I don't really miss a whole lot about being significantly overweight. I don't think there's really anything there to miss. As far as life before and after TV, if that's what you're asking, it was kind of weird for me, but it's calmed down a lot. Tonia Radcliffe, are you maintaining, still losing? How does your shopping list look? I actually posted a picture of my cart. It has things like spinach, chicken. I try and go as all natural as possible. I'm maintaining. I haven't even attempted to really lose since I was in the hospital and almost died. Pamela, you don't want my questions. Alicia, Sills done. Have you lost friends because of your weight loss? I have in the past. I was just wondering if you have. People can be haters. No, I mean, I have a select group of friends that I've had for a long time, and those people are still here, so to speak. I would say that I lost Facebook friends, but I mean that's just Facebook friends who are my actual friends. But my Facebook has really gotten kind of annoying to a lot of people, which I can't blame them, dude. Pamela Jones Fitzgerald. Do you still have moments where you get down and just don't feel like picking yourself up, besides with the medical issues you're having? The medical issue really was like the biggest thing for me, like since I've lost a lot of weight, was trying to get back from that. And I'm still trying to actually get back from that. I'm still trying to. I was going to the gym every day and doing all these great things, and I'm still trying to find my footing again. You get in a period where you literally have to take 3 months off, and all these habits that you've created are no longer your habits, and it's just hard getting back into the groove. And then there's the whole the psychological issue with almost dying. That was no fun. I don't really know how to put it that way, but yeah, there were some days when you don't feel like picking yourself up. But I think the most important thing is to like push yourself that little bit. Whether it be just getting to the gym or just walking out your front door, you've got to just get there. And once you get there, like you're gonna do something. But yeah, it's not easy. It's not incredibly hard, but it's worth doing. I mean, I don't know how else to put that. Melissa Reynolds, what are your top 5 weight loss tips? One's accountability. Like, create some form of accountability, whether it be with me or with somebody else, maybe your friends. Be open about it. Like, the less you talk about it, the less it's, going to work for you. Um, try and plan activities around being active, like whether it be with your friends or whatever. There's always somebody out there who wants to go play some basketball, wants to go play some volleyball, wants to go for a hike, and try and plan as many of those things as possible. And sometimes plan like once or twice a day, because I guarantee you, like, people are gonna cancel on you. It's not because they want to; it's because they have to or whatever. But it's gonna happen. So just try and center your life around being active, if that makes sense. Uh, what would Jesus do? Ah, Brittany, you motherfucker. That was pretty funny though, because I did not expect to read that. Yeah. What would he do? With what? See, you got the rest of that question. Do I like my boobs? Oh, do you like my boobs? Uh, they look cool to me. I love titties. Shit. Amanda Tarver. Do thoughts ever cross your mind about slipping off track and going back down those same old roads? Do you have cheat days, and if so, how often? Do thoughts ever cross your mind about slipping off track and going back? Yeah, dude. Like, in the back of my mind, like, every now and then you walk in front of the mirror. Like, this comes from being 700 pounds at one point. Every now and then you walk in front of the mirror and you still see that fat motherfucker you used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, and as much weight as I've lost, like, every now and then I see that guy in the mirror. But I think at the same time, like, that stops me from ever becoming that guy again. But yeah, it's a slippery slope, man, and you've got to stay on top of it. Like, it's easy to let yourself slide, and it's easy to be very forgiving with yourself, but it's one of those things that, like, you can't do that often. Why didn't I answer your email about Extreme Makeover Weight Loss Edition? Doesn't matter how the top is number 5, blah, 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 you're going to get gastric bypass. You're envious I had the opportunity to be on the show. What I would do what I have in order to see and feel the results. I'm surprised they didn't respond at all, but maybe there's a reason for that. Hell, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really responding to any emails particularly about the show right now. I'll get around to that, when I feel more comfortable discussing it. Like, that whole me coming out about the show was the whole reason I kind of like that, and like me getting really sick, I just stepped away from the internet. So I really don't want to focus on any of that stuff, if that makes any sense. Pamela White Castaneda, what's the best exercise for a heavier person aside from walking? Get in the pool, dude. If you can swim, do any kind of like water exercise. It's very easy on the joints. Do I use any kind of website to help you track your healthy stuff? No, but I suggest getting like a journal, whether you keep it on your phone or whatever, and just write down what it is you're eating. Some people use different apps like MyFitnessPal, etc. And there's nothing wrong with those apps, man. Find something that works for you. Create a system of accountability. Heather Rose Johnson, balls. That was funny. Balls. What makes you happy? Do you do it often enough? You're amazing and definitely my hero. Well, thank you very much, Heather or Megan Wagner. Just living life makes me happy. There was a time when I worked and I bought all these things. Like, I bought my first house when I was 21 years old. I had the job making like 75, 80 grand, and upwards of that. And I really, really, I thought I knew what life was all about because I came from like a different background. I came up really poor. So to me, like, I was like, well, I've got to have a house, I've got to have a nice job, I've got to have a college degree and all that stuff. And I acquired all these things, and it wasn't until I was sitting there driving my $40,000 truck home from my job to my house, sitting on my $3,000 couches, talking on my $500 cell phone, watching my $2,000 TV, that one day I was like, I've got all this stuff, but what the fuck is the purpose? And now I just I try and experience as much as life has to offer. Like, I'll be the first person to waste money going to do something, but I'll be the last person to even buy myself a fucking t-shirt, if that makes sense. Ali Sosa. I'm having a hard time staying motivated. How do you do it? Here's a quick tip for that. Everybody's motivated in a different form or fashion. But a quick tip is get the fattest picture you have of yourself, tape it to your refrigerator, look at it every day, and realize, you know what, I don't want to be that person. Another thing for me is, if you're a dude, I would look at hot chicks that I wanted to touch their boobies, and I would look at those pictures and be like, well, if I get skinnier, I'm probably gonna get to touch more boobies. So there you go. Cameron Delaze, tomorrow is my day one of my weight loss. Well, why isn't right now your day or your first second? I mean, tomorrow is tomorrow. I'll do it today. What is your best advice? There goes my best advice. Start right fucking now. Focus more on eating or better exercise. I think the first thing you need to do if you're starting out is, if you just get your diet right, you're gonna drop a shitload of weight. That's just the way it is. I would focus on my diet for the first 2 to 3 weeks, then start integrating exercise as I felt comfortable. But I wouldn't, put in enough exercise to where, you're going to feel hungry, if that makes sense. But yeah, straighten out your diet. Don't be overwhelmed. Just straighten out your diet. Remember, nothing out of a box, nothing processed. You want all veggies, all natural meats, no dairy, or I'm sorry, no deli meats, things like that, because they're all processed, have a shitload of sodium. Just go all natural. Focus on your diet, get that straightened out. Then worry about exercise. And just in the 2 weeks you straighten out your diet, you're going to realize you've lost a lot of weight. Kelly Darcy Castro. That's a cool name. I would really like to hear you elaborate on porn and boners. Laugh out loud. Oh, and the top 5 things, good or bad or indifferent, that completely changed since your weight loss. People I've noticed like people do treat you differently. Like if you're not a big dude, like you don't have this stigma to like overcome. Like I'm still a big guy. I'm like 6'4". I'm always gonna be a big motherfucker. But I'm not gonna be a big fat guy anymore. So yeah, that's one of the things that's changed. I guess that's a positive. But at the same time, I don't really think that there's a lot of bad things about losing weight as long as you do it healthy. Like I didn't do it the right way. Fucked me up. The top 5 things, good or bad, or indifferently changed your weight loss. I got to know all you awesome people. That's a good one. But that's a really difficult question for me to like kind of answer on the fly. Favorite position details, please. What is it? I like to hug women from behind. All right. Oh shit! There goes some more questions. What would a woodchuck chuck if woodchuck wood? Motherfucking wood. Do you know any good resources for people who have arthritis who want to get a good workout without making it possible? I think like ibuprofen, Advil. Does that work? I'm not a doctor. I don't know. But if I was you, I'd want to go like low impact, so water exercises, recumbent like a bike. Do you offer personal training? No, I don't. I probably should. You can come work out with me if you want to. I cannot charge you money because I don't have a license. I don't think I would anyways. Will Mickey Mouse ever become a rat? He's not a rat already. Thought Mouse was just a cool name. He kind of took on to avoid the stigma. Is there a cream or solution that can help condition our skin and keep it from sagging? There's different massage techniques that I heard about you can do. I personally, I got like a couple of massages a week, a lot of lotion. I think it did help my skin. But yeah, there's things you can do. I think, kind of the same techniques, like for a pregnant woman, if that makes sense. But I don't really know. I know I use a lot of lotion, and I don't have as many problems as other people, but I do have some. I'm not perfect. Fuck it. Favorite food? I like chicken. Chicken. I like chicken. Best workouts that are easy on bad ankles. Recumbent bike. Get one. They're cheap, man. Get one like $200. Or just bicycling, period. Or water workouts. Sexiest celebrity. I'm going to go with Mila Kunis or Kat Dennis. I would like to put it in either one of them. Like, ladies, if you watch this, Mila, Kat, what's up? Oh, dude, or the Katniss Everdeen. Like, yeah. Shit. I have a question. In a population fly, fuck you, Zach. Dana Jill Love, what's your favorite exercise? Has and always will be mountain biking. Miss Jonna Lewis. Jonna Lewis. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I know Lewis. I don't know the Jonna. Protein shakes. I kind of like to keep things like segmented. So my favorite protein shake over the years has been Isopure. Check it out. It's pretty cool. It's awesome. That's all the questions you guys asked. Hopefully, I can actually upload this to YouTube. It's 14 minutes and 43 seconds. I don't know if you're going to watch it all. I hope you do. But thank you for checking my shit out. Later. Where is the button? Boobies.